You know your boy has that 3 milli cinnamon zinny in his mouth right now, talking about my favorite magician of all time, Harry Anderson. Today we're going to talk about what could possibly be the best money trick of all time. And you're going to see how Harry Anderson squeezes so much out of so little. His death was one that hit me hard. It made me feel like I was losing my dad, which is funny because I technically don't have a dad. Never in my life.
Sandy, I hand you this sealed pack of Camel cigarettes. Don't let go, no matter what happens. Hold on to them, but don't screw around with them, because it could mean something later on. I wrote that part. We will do a money trick. Who's got money? They got money? You, give me a five. Give me a five. Come on, join in, have fun. And you, give me the five that you saved on that tie. Give me the five. Come on, impress your date here. Come on. Give me a five.
When Daddy D says make America great again, this is what he means. Look at these times. My goodness, we have a pack of cigarettes that's just handed out like a normal object. And it's not seen as something that's disgusting of a cancer stick you could probably smoke inside of a Denny's back then. And here, he's going to get into what is my favorite money trick of all time. The absolute best part about this is that once you do a setup where you place the bills wherever you want them to appear, the trick is essentially impromptu. You borrow two bills from two members of the audience and you get into this. So it's a great trick. He teaches it on his Penguin Live lecture, which is, by the way, worth 20 times the cost of what it actually is worth on penguinmagic.com. But as I've mentioned many times on these little rants, that the trick is not really the big part of this. It's what he manages to do with it.
You got a five? You got a five? Hey, five. Hey, five. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, five. Boy, that was easy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you both. Thank you for trusting me. Let's make note of the fact that I got the money after I gave Sandy here the Camel cigarettes. Thank you both for giving me the money. Where are you from? Come on, take half the five, Hold on to it. And you hold on to half your five and don't let go of these pieces, because if anything happens to these pieces, you could go to the bank. You could go to the bank and tell them what happened. Tell them that this guy, what you never met, said, give me a five. And didn't say please or nothing. Just finished spitting in her drink. But you did it because there are cameras and it's exciting. And then he tore it up even better. Go tell E.F. Hutton. They got time to listen now. Tell them.
What I love about this trick too is that half the work is already done. In handing back the participants the bills, he's handed them essentially what are one bill, so the halves of what is one bill, and half the trick is already done. You have so many built-in moments where it's just gonna hit a laugh and it's gonna be a routine that you could stretch for essentially 10 minutes, which is the thing that I'm trying to push here, in that the effect and the presentation is what matters, not the method. It's something I talk about a lot in the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,500 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be, all for the low price of a White Claw a month, which is $5. $5 essentially, and you get access to all those videos, and I'm always uploading new and fresh and innovative content to the Academy, so you're really missing out if you haven't joined.
Wait a minute, whoa, Sandy. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm getting a vibration from this man. You and I have never met, correct?
Correct.
Yet I sense, I sense your initials are PK, correct?
No.
Buddy, I got half your five, right? So why don't you wake up and smell the toast burning, huh? Go easy on him. Your initials are PK, correct?
Okay.
Amazing. I am only a tool. It's a power we all have in us. I just happen to be a little more full of it. It's fun, huh, Sandy? Oh, I'm getting more. Your initials are PK. Your name is Walter Helmhurst. Is that it?
Right.
I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. That's why there's butter on my pants.
This is also a fantastic lesson in character work. Harry Anderson is sort of a slimeball, gambler, cheater, and he portrays it excellently on stage. A character like this could get away with making fun of the participants because, well, you don't really want to be him. He's kind of this weird slimeball, loser, nerdy guy. He's into all these gambling things, and it makes sense because technically he's punching up on the participants. It's a very fine line to walk on, and it wouldn't work if you are a performer who presents himself as being dapper and sort of this classic style of magician. It only works for someone like Harry Anderson and his archetype, if you want to call it that, where he is way below the participants in the societal ladder. In this case, he's actually underneath Cardister.
It don't matter, because we're doing a money trick. I have folded the money. I now take a cigarette lighter. What the hell was that? When did I buy plums? I didn't buy plums. That must be a roll of certs. Wait a minute. Here we go. Here we go. A cigarette lighter. The money. La flame, la paupière. La flame should benaise la paupière, n'est-ce pas? But it shan't. Because of the special origami fold I have employed, I can pass the money harmlessly through the... You got a 20? I hardly ever fuck it up with a 20. 20? Never mind.
Ordinarily, the crossing the gaze switch, which is a technique by Juan Tamariz, a wonderful one. Anytime you need to switch in an object, you have the object in the opposite pocket. You then do a little false transfer to the other hand under the pretext of looking for that lighter. It makes sense. You're going to transfer the object to one hand so you could comfortably reach into your pocket. It's even better covered when you reach into your pocket and grab your dick. Now, I wouldn't necessarily do this technique in your next kids show unless you want to get notoriety in the magic community a la Jim Pace. However, it's still a wonderful switch, and I recommend looking up the works of Juan Tamariz. You could switch a lemon in, you could switch a deck of cards with this technique. There's a lot of different things you could do with it, and here, Harry Anderson uses that to switch in for what are flash bills. But you see, so far, he's managed to squeeze so much entertainment value out of what is essentially borrowing two bills, tearing them up, and handing them to a participant and burning up the remaining halves of the bill. That's the lesson to be learned here. This is something you could do with essentially any magic trick. You don't need to care about the method of this particular trick or want to copy his presentation. Just think about how you could incorporate this into your own current work.
Because I am a trained professional. I have in my pocket a genuine Moroccan leather wallet made from a genuine Moroccan. And inside, oh gosh, oh gee, oh my. Boy, we sure weren't expecting that. Well, they don't seem to be exactly on your side, Walt. Guess it ain't your night, huh? Bet you feel like you got screwed, huh? You should, because you did, boy. But not when I borrowed the money, no. When I gave Sandy here that sealed pack of camels, that is a sealed pack of camels, correct?
Correct.
Plastic intact, seal intact. All intact, nothing could get in, nothing could get out, correct?
Nope.
And you and I have never met before tonight, correct?
Correct.
And yet, you had those cigarettes all the while that I had the money, correct?
Correct.
And if a chicken and a half lays an egg and a half in a day and a half, then how long will it take a monkey with a wooden leg to kick all the seeds out of a dill pickle? You don't have any idea, do you? But it don't matter, because we're doing a money trick. Tear open that pack of camels. Boy, you could cut the tension with a knife now, can you? Ooh, feel that. Go ahead, what's inside? Buried midst the cigarettes. 2 halves of 2 fives. Give me either half. I go over to Walt. Walt, take this half. Match it to the half that you are holding. Check the serial number. In a loud voice, is that the other half of your bill?
No.
You know, you are getting to be a real pain in the ass, Walt. But that don't matter. I give it to this guy. You take it. You take it. Match it up. Check the serial number. Hold it up for everyone to see. Is that the other half of your bill? Match it up. Is that the other half of your bill? Take a bow. Take a bow. Do it again. They love us. More.
Comedically, I don't think it get any better than that revelation where he builds it up. He has the participant open up the sealed pack of cigarettes. He reminds the audience as to how he held that cigarette pack, or she held the cigarette pack in her hand from before he even borrowed the dollar bills. And then on top of that, she opens it up, the sealed cigarette pack, and she takes out two halves of $5 bills. And of course, the audience at this point is apoplectic. They're comatose. They're wondering, how is this possible? He hands the bill to the participant and has a match, whether or not that happens to match and be the exact same bill. And the participant says no. And that is built into the routine because that technically covers the method. At that point, he reaches over to the participant. He grabs the bill that they've been holding from the very beginning, takes that to the other participant. And that, of course, matches because it was the same bill that he handed all the way back in the beginning of the routine when you actually tore up the bills, and it just comes full circle, and it's this impossible effect, and he's managed to squeeze so much out of nothing. The method is nothing. It's easy. All you have to worry about is how you present it to the audience, and you have these built-in moments where you are guaranteed a laugh, especially if you build it up. Notice he keeps calling back to the fact that the pack of cigarettes has been sealed and she's been holding it the entire time, and he keeps calling that back. I also love that he calls the guy Walt, which is another callback to earlier on where he was trying to read his mind, and it's just a fun and wonderful routine. Now, of course, I'm not suggesting for you to rip it off exactly as presented, but you could take the things that you learned from the actual performance and incorporate it into your own work. And even if you do decide to do this trick, which I think is wonderful, you could have it set it up on you anytime, anywhere. If you have the bills or the half of the bill in a wallet, or maybe you could put it somewhere in a particular environment you find yourself in ahead of time, it could seem like this massive production. And again, for nothing on the method, you're just switching the bills as the participants are laughing. I highly suggest to read his book. It's autobiographical, and it also includes a lot of the effects that he uses in his show, and it's something that you could learn from. Again, it's not something that I suggest for you to rip off directly, but it's something that I suggest that you could learn from, much like Tommy Wonder and his works that I guarantee you nobody in their right mind would ever perform. But look at how much you could learn from it as a professional virgin. Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair, to change my underwear. Daddy wasn't there.
I see you again, when 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 I see